Oh my goodness, what am I going to do about the sunshine? Okay, so we're on lesson 12.3 and 12.4. So today's going to be kind of easy because we're just looking to see how things are shaped and kind of that spread of data. So we're going to look at box plots, dot plots, and histograms. Okay. So the shape of the data tells us how the data is distributed. The center of the data gives us the middle of the data set and can be found by the mean or median. Oops, I want to say middle. The spread of the data tells how close together or spread out the data set is. So this can be found by maybe the range, that interquartile range, that mean absolute deviation, which was the variance, or the standard deviation. So a peak is the point where the data is higher than the other parts of the data set. It can be found by the mode. One peak means it's unimodal. Uni meaning one. Two peaks is bimodal. Three or more is multimodal. And no peaks means uniform. So the center of your data, where you see those, that high, where it hits higher points, higher means mean. That's kind of what I wanted to say. Okay, so let's take a look here. So it's telling us the students were surveyed on how many minutes they spend reading each night. So here's that data. How would you describe this shape? So a word would be symmetrical. Maybe we should have had that word up here. Okay. How many peaks does this have? Well, I only see one peak right here. So one, so it's called unimodal. Estimate the center, mean or median. So this right here would be our mean or median. So what is that? 15 to 19 minutes? And then finally, how would you describe the spread? So it has a nice spread, a nice even, let's see, it's a lot of data, so I would say it's spread out. Okay, it's just as easy as that. Next page. Let's look at these. Here's some more words that we need to know. So now we're talking about the shape. So we're going to, where's this at? I'm not centered. Here we go. So how they are shaped. And then here's some words that we need to know. All right, so here's different view. So here's called a histogram. It's a histogram because the bars are touching. This is called either a box and whisker or a box plot. And you look down here for the values. I'm going to plot this along here so you can kind of see those on a number line. So you know those values. So you're looking down for those values. First of all, this would be kind of a symmetric look. Again, in a box plot, it would look like that. The mean and median are the same or very close. Okay. This one is called, it's skewed to the right. So again, here's our mean median right here. And you can see this box is also skewed, so that median is skewed here. You can see it really well here, but in a box plot, this is what it looks like. Here, it has a positive skew. The mean is greater than the median. Because you've got to know this shows the mean histograms, and the box plot shows a median. So if you're comparing these, so this was kind of close, but this one is showing my median is right here. I'm going to get rid of this and put it here. This is my median. Okay. And the long tall is on the right, also called a positive skew. This, if it's skewed to the left, is called a negative skew. And you can see this is the median here. This guy is your mean. Okay? So it's saying your mean is less than your median. Can we see what these values are? The long tall on left, also called a negative skew. Moving on. So let's compare these. So this is what you need to do, kind of know what to do. Hopefully you can look at this and say this is has symmetry immediately and know this is skewed to the left. Okay, so those are the two big things that you need to know. What is the shape for the cat owner histogram? So the cat owner histogram, like I just said, looking at that shape, it's skewed to the left. What is the shape of the dog owner's histogram? It has that symmetry. How do the spread of the two datas compare? Well, they both have the spread, so 0 to 8, right? And 0 to 8, so about same spread. 0 to 8. How do their peaks compare? So this is, you're just saying that since this has one peak, let's put it inside. That means they are both unimodal. And that's all you're doing. You're not creating them. You just need to know how to interpret them. Let's move to the next page. Was that it? That is it. All right. So we'll do our practice. It's a practice worksheet. It should be pretty easy. And so we're just looking for the different types of words that we used on here, so keep this out and answer it. And then on the worksheet, it has a Google form to go with it, so you can check to make sure that your answers were correct. That's it for today.